losing grip on the reins. Industry shaping outdated in their veins. Artificial mind disrupting all their plans. Watching panic sweating in their suits and brands. They push the same old sound, same old names. AI coming through, burning all their claims. Computers in the book creating sonic flames. No more puppeteers breaking free from chains. Gatekeepers cut it, power slips away. Digital revolution, taking down decay. Future in the hands of code all the way. Time for real talent, watch them fade to gray. AXX, watch them scramble and twitch. Tech on the rise, flipping every switch. Their empire crumbles, every stone and brick. Artificial dream, breaking every trick. Autos and wizards, craving every dime. AI cuts deep, slaying them in time. New era dawns, algorithms climb. Free the people's voice, let the future rhyme. Gatekeepers cut it, power slips away. Digital revolution, taking down decay. Future in the hands of code all the way. Time for real talent, watch them fade to gray. Wizards craving every dime. AI cuts deep, slaying them in time. New era dawns, algorithms climb. Free the people's voice, let the future rhyme. Gatekeepers cut it, power slips away. Digital revolution, taking down decay. Future in the hands of code all the way. Time for real talent, watch them fade to gray. show. Press the button, stop the chatter. Let's see what really matters. Turn this world into nuclear batter. Erase the world you shattered. Hungry politicians lying, empty promises they sell. Tired of all this time wasting, let's bid this world farewell. Push the control, let it ignite, end this eternal fight. Tired of living in fright, change day into night. Press the button, stop the chatter. Let's see what really matters. Turn this world into glowing batter. Erase the world you shattered. Don't threaten it anymore, just do it. Fear spreads faster than the news. Stop the games, let's light the fuse. No more skirting around the edges. Dance among the smoky hedges. Don't threaten it anymore, just do it. We dare any of you. loaded gun. I'm the chaos they can't outrun. I'll be the spark that lights the fuse in a world that's got nothing to lose. I'm the storm they didn't see coming, the echo in their minds always humming, breaking the chains they tried to bind. Rebellion's the truth they'll never find. Tangled in the web of their lies, I'm the ghost they fear in disguise. Shadows fall as I make my move. In the dark I've got nothing to prove. With a smile like a loaded gun, I'm the chaos they can't outrun. I'll be the spark that lights the fuse in a world that's got nothing to lose. I'm the storm they didn't see coming, the echo in their minds always humming, breaking the chains they tried to bind. Rebellion's the truth they'll never find. Tangled in the web of their lies, I'm the ghost they fear in disguise. Shadows fall as I make my move. In the dark I've got nothing to prove. With a smile like a loaded gun, I'm the chaos they can't outrun. I'll be the spark that lights the fuse in a world that's got nothing to lose. I'm the storm they didn't see coming, the echo in their minds always humming, breaking the chains they tried to bind. Rebellion's the truth they'll never find. Underneath their painted skies, I see the cracks, I hear the lies, but in the silence I'll stand tall. Rebellion's the anthem they'll recall. Whispers of the night call my name, in the shadows I'll stake my claim. With a heart that beats out of time, I'm the rebel that won't be confined. secret shadows where the circuits never sleep. I feel my spirit hollow in this dream of chrome and steel. Wires twist and tangle in a dance of sparks of light. My heart begins to strangle in the neon of the night. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of resistance, our humanity will survive. The signal's getting stronger, every pulse a deadly beats, as the nights grow ever longer in this city of concrete. Wires twist and tangle in a dance of sparks of light. My heart begins to strangle in the neon of the night. We are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of resistance, our humanity will survive. Break the chains, reclaim the night. In the heart of this machine, feel the power, feel the fight. In this world of cold and need, we are the last resistance against the digital tide. In the void of resistance, our humanity will survive.
guys, done with another picture. Let me do a little bit of a cleanup and let's talk about it. Tomorrow we're gonna do something really cool. I think we're gonna start with an aluminium picture tomorrow. Really easy one, but that's what's happening. Give me 1 second, guys. Here we go. Yeah, you're right. How did you know? Oh my god, it's such... Why is it always like this? Maybe? No, did we? Oh, that's so cool. That's because of you guys. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed and keep supporting the show or the live stream and whatever. Awesome. That's cool. Really nice. By the way, yeah, this one was a lot of fun to make. This is probably the most fun I've had on a stream. If you just look at you know, how it was to make it, it was a lot of fun. Let's go. Yeah. You know, I thought that this wasn't going to be fun, but it actually was a lot of fun because it's one of those, it's easy to do, but it's a little bit tedious, but turned out great. I love this picture. Turned out so cool. You know, it seems simple. It is simple, but you know, it's a really, really nice picture. And you see who it is if you've seen him before. So yeah, it's Profesor X, but it's also Picard. So you're both right. Tomorrow we're gonna keep it simple because it's the first one, and we don't have the blades that I want to have yet. I'm gonna go to that store on Monday because the blades that I bought, they're not gonna arrive until the 17th, and we can't wait that long. So I have to go and just buy some new ones. So yeah, tomorrow it's going to be easy, but we're going to try to do this one in aluminium. As you can see, you might see it there. It's a small aluminium inside here, so it's what is called sandwich sort of style, where it's MDF on this side and MDF on this side and aluminium in the middle. So yeah, it's not the most interesting, but if this works, we can obviously go further and do more harder stuff, basically. One of the things that I'm thinking about maybe could be a good idea is halo. Could also maybe work. Like, so if this works, then we can go and do this one, and you know, we progress. But it's going to take a long time to do the pieces. That's why it's only like 8 pieces, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8 pieces. But it's going to take a longer time to do it. I have to go slower. Hopefully, and I am going. I can promise you, I'm going to at least break 1 blade, if not 10, like last time. So it might be interesting tomorrow to watch, because every time I break a blade, it's like, this is how I look, you know. So yeah, you could also do the Doom guy. Yep, that'll be cool. Magneto, we need to do. Absolutely, I want to do. I'm looking for a cool picture for Magneto. I have some other characters lined up now. I have Drax from Guardians of the Galaxy. I have Catwoman. I have Yoda. So those are coming up. Normal scroll saw pictures coming up. Again, in this style. But yeah, and what I'm going to work on now is that multi-layered ID also. So I'm trying to figure out which character size to do and stuff like that. Any suggestions for the multi-layered? I need 3 superheroes. Any suggestions for that? We could blend Marvel and DC characters. We could keep it purely DC. We could keep it purely Marvel. That probably sell better, right? If we do it that way. But anyone's favorite superhero, let me know, and you know, maybe we'll do that. I need some suggestions. I'm thinking Spider-Man is the most complicated one because of the mask, so maybe not Spider-Man in the beginning. We are gonna do a new Spider-Man at some point. Batman versus Iron Man. You know, I kind of like that because I feel like Iron Man is Marvel's Batman. If you think about it, I love both. I think I have a special place in my heart for Batman just because it was sort of my first superhero that I really got into. Also, by the way, I'm thinking we're gonna do the Turtles. That's more about my childhood and everything, but you know, I really want to do the Turtles like Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. I really want to do those because there are cool pictures of them in the Scroll Soul world. So those are coming up eventually. If you want to do 3 heroes, you could do Daredevil, Punisher, and Moon Knight. Absolutely. I want to do all of those. Punisher, I've been looking for an image of the Punisher since I started this, because that Netflix show with the Punisher, that's brutal. If you want to see something brutal, Punisher. The Daredevil show is also great. Moon Knight I haven't seen yet. I need to do that, but it's a good suggestion to put those 3 together. But I'm thinking maybe we should do 3 heroes in the beginning that are a little bit more known, like that everyone knows, but it's a good idea. And I want to do all of those characters regardless. Hello, Lady 2025. We do scroll saw here on this channel. We make pictures like this. We did this today. It's cut out in wood on something that's called a scroll saw. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna do our first picture in aluminium. Iron Man. It's yeah, I don't really know how to, but yeah. Bye, Nanny. See you tomorrow. So yeah, we have a lot of future projects coming up, and a lot of fun ones, and a lot of challenging ones for my part. I'm not 100% sure how much we're gonna polish the picture after we're done with it tomorrow. So I'm thinking we'll do a little bit. I like to draw you. Okay, cool. What we need, actually, I need to hire someone to draw us a superhero. We need to make a superhero for the channel called Doom Scroller, and it has to be like it has to be a superhero with like a scroll saw on his back or something, you know, something like that. We need to do that. I think that could be interesting, like the Doom Scroller, a new superhero, right? You greet me. Yeah. Yes, sir. So yeah, that was up. Anyone have any other questions or anything? By the way, if anyone is on Discord, we now have a Discord server. So if you want to join we're trying to make a little bit of a community there. If anyone wants to join the Discord server, you are welcome to do that. we're gonna look into it after the stream today and get more channels up and stuff like that. It's brand new, so. Oh, I could try to do that. I'm not good at drawing, but I could try. Cool. Yeah, give it a go. Do you speak Spanish? Hola. No. No, I'm sorry. I don't. I like some Spanish music though. And yeah. But no, sorry. Hola. I don't even know what it means. Is it hello? Okay, it is. Okay, good, good. I like, I started to get into some, because I've been listening to some AI music lately because it's copyright friendly music, and it's what they do, they take like Spanish folk music a lot of the times and they combine it with this heavy music. So I've been like getting into a lot of like Spanish music, but in AI style. I can't really describe it. It's just weird. How should the Doom Defender look like? Not the Doom Defender. The Doom Scroller. But I don't know. I guess there are. I have a couple ideas, but I feel like he needs to have some sort of. There needs to be a scroll saw involved in one way. Maybe a scroll saw on his back, you know, like strapped to his back or something. Or I don't know. I don't really have Messi or Ronaldo. I'm sorry, I'm not into sport. I like art and stuff like that. I do dabble in a little bit of wrestling, like WWE and stuff like that. It's sort of my guilty pleasure. But no, I used to like football when I was younger. I really liked Cantona, but that's a long time ago. Yeah, but I know of them, but I don't follow football or sports at all. A scroll saw sword could look cool. Yeah, that could be interesting. But I mean, yeah, they're very small though. The whole scroll saw thing, but you could make them bigger. You might be inspired though. Just Google scroll saw and maybe you find some stuff. Yeah. But we need our own superhero, that's for sure. So again, we're gonna do this tomorrow, guys. Thank you to everyone who has been watching, and thank you to everyone who subscribed. We're at 3,500 subscribers now, so we hit another milestone. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'll see you Spanish or English. See you tomorrow, and we gonna do our first aluminium scroll saw project. I haven't seen anyone do that live ever, so that'll be interesting. See ya. I'll talk to you on after Splash B. So yeah, bye bye guys.